Welcome to the Doorman's Portal. I'm your doorman, Douglas Robertson. So there's something that's been pressing on my heart I'd like to share with you. You see, the struggle is real, and the struggles of life, they hit every one of us, and they don't discriminate between social class, age, or race. And when they hit hard. Over the last few videos, I've been explaining emotional intelligence, and I've been using the pandemic as an example. But there's a truth about the pandemic I want to share. You see, there's been a major increase in suicide, mental illness, and substance abuse. Now, that said, it proves to us that while we're all affected by this pandemic, the place in the pandemic is different for every one of us. And what I mean by that is there's an edge, a breaking point that every one of us can be pushed to in the struggles of life. And it's not just about this pandemic, it's about everything in life. There's many things that can push us to an edge. And you know, that edge is a dangerous place, because there's many people that tragically fall off it and they commit suicide, while others, when it becomes that breaking point, it shatters their heart and it just crushes them, and they get lost there. Now, you know, if you're at that edge or you feel like you're coming to the edge, reach out, call someone, talk to someone. Someone will be there. Just call them, tell them you need help. In my life, you know, the struggles of life have hit me many, many times. And sure enough, every time I've been to the edge, my heart's been shattered, I've been crushed. And, you know, there was a time, the darkest time in my life, I would say, when I was really there and I was broken and I didn't know what to do. I had nowhere to turn. My life was upside down. And I just prayed. I started to ask God for help. And sure enough, you know, I started to search. And it wasn't instantaneous. It was gradual. Like the next day or a day later, someone reached out to me. And I started to talk and things started to be released. But along the path, I continued to pray, asking for help, looking for change in my life. And I mean, I did the usual stuff. I started reading and looking for, you know, through self-help books and motivational speakers and stuff. Then I went as far as looking into like the ancient writings of religions and, you know, all these words of wisdom. For me, what happened was the voice that spoke the loudest was the teachings of Jesus Christ. And I began to search and study, and I started to apply the principles of Jesus Christ into my life. And it totally transformed me. It's been 15 years at least since my dedication or since the period of time that I decided I would devote myself to the teachings and applying them into my life. And it's all been laced with prayer and asking for help, because I couldn't do it on my own. And along the way, things have helped and improved. And my life is totally different than when I was in that darkest place of my life. So I ask you, if you feel you're at the edge, pray and call someone. If someone's name or the thought of a person runs through your head when you're in prayer and asking God for help, call them, reach out, tell them you need help. I'll guarantee they'll help you. I'm sure of it. Just tell them you're in a bad place and you need some help. Right now is a terrible time to be alone. And that's one of the things that has why we see mental illness, suicide, and drug abuse increased, because the pandemic has caused major isolation in society. And I mean, by fault or by design, don't know, don't care. The fact is, if you feel alone and you need help, call out to somebody. They'll help you. And pray. Say a prayer. God will help, and he will provide. The psalmist David said that the Lord is close to the brokenhearted, and he will rescue those that are crushed in spirit. Be blessed.